Rubin "Hurricane" Carter was a professional boxer and middleweight title contender whose life took a devastating turn when he was wrongfully convicted of murder in one of the most infamous cases of racial injustice in American history. On the night of June 17, 1966, two men entered the Lafayette Bar and Grill in Paterson, New Jersey, and opened fire, killing 3 people and seriously wounding a 4th. Carter, then 29, and his friend John Artis were stopped by police that same night because their car was similar to one described in police dispatches. They were questioned, but no physical evidence or eyewitness accounts connected them to the crime, and they were released. Months later, police rearrested Carter and Artis, this time based on the testimonies of 2 petty criminals, Alfred Belleau and Arthur Bradley, who claimed to have seen the men fleeing the scene. These witnesses later admitted they had been coerced and offered deals by prosecutors in exchange for their testimony. Despite a complete lack of forensic evidence, no fingerprints, no gunshot residue, and no weapon linking them to the killings, Carter and Artis were convicted in 1967 and sentenced to life in prison. Carter's promising boxing career ended overnight. From behind bars, Carter maintained his innocence and became an outspoken critic of the justice system. In 1974, he published his autobiography, The 16th Round, From Number 1 Contender to Number 45472, which drew national attention and inspired public outcry. His case became a symbol of racial injustice and wrongful imprisonment. Support from activists, journalists, and celebrities grew, including Bob Dylan, who wrote the famous protest song Hurricane in 1975, helping to make Carter's story known worldwide. After years of appeals, a new trial was ordered in 1976, but prosecutors again used the same discredited testimony. Carter and Artis were convicted a second time and remained imprisoned. Finally, in 1985, after nearly 20 years behind bars, a federal judge overturned their convictions, ruling that the prosecution had been based on racism rather than reason, and concealment rather than disclosure. Carter and Artis were officially exonerated, and their long legal nightmare ended. After his release, Rubin Carter dedicated his life to fighting for others who had been wrongfully convicted. He became the executive director of the Association in Defense of the Wrongly Convicted, AIDWYC, in Canada and an international symbol of perseverance and justice. Carter passed away in 2014, but his story remains one of the most powerful examples of how determination, truth, and courage can overcome even decades of injustice. Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates.